Okay, let's turn now to EVs. This morning, millions of dollars are being awarded to cities to keep electric vehicles rolling. It's all part of the Charging and Fueling Infrastructure Program. Diamond Palmer is live in University City with, Diamond, the question I think is how much money are we getting and what do we get with that money?
Yeah, Michelle, very good questions there. Well, University City right here in the Delmar Loop is set to receive about $500,000 in federal funding. And get this, for 32 electrical vehicle chargers, and they're going to go right here on the Delmar Boulevard. You're not seeing any this morning because they don't have any yet. That's the good news. And I spoke to experts at the Midwest Climate Collaborative who tell me how crucial these additions will be.
When we ask people, if they're interested in an electric vehicle, many times they say yes. And then we say, well, why haven't you purchased one?
Heather Navarro is with the Midwest Climate Collaborative, made up of local governments, nonprofits, higher ed institutions, including Washington University, and businesses, all working for a carbon-neutral climate region.
One of the top answers is that I don't know where I would charge it, especially if you don't have your own garage, if you rely on public street parking.
Navarro says in the last several years, when it comes to funding EV infrastructure, a federal initiative says 40% must benefit disadvantaged communities.
And that's why it's so important that this infrastructure is being built out in places like University City, where there aren't any chargers right now. They're also making sure that this infrastructure is making it into rural areas as well.
University City officials will use their $500,000 grant from the U.S. Department of Transportation Federal Highway Administration to install up to 32 public EV charging ports along Delmar Boulevard. The major roadway is a historically disadvantaged area that helps to connect residents and visitors to the St. Louis metro area.
This money is aimed at overcoming those barriers and making sure that there's equitable access to this new technology, which is so critical. As these vehicles become more and more affordable, more and more people are going to want to be able to charge. And we don't want that infrastructure to only be in those neighborhoods where people can afford Teslas, for example.
So there is a total of $520 million of this new federal funding going to various cities for EV infrastructure. And I know from university officials, they tell me that they're still in the early stages of accepting this grant. So as far as when exactly these chargers will be installed, that's still information that they are still waiting for. However, in the next half hour, we'll talk about another Missouri city that is also set to receive some of this money. Reporting live here in University City, Diamond Palmer, 5 on your side.